So let's start Sally's birthday page. If you missed how we did this and a little bit of this one, then that was 2 weeks ago. So just pop back into the playlist and you'll see this page as well. Or in fact, you'll see all the pages. But today we are doing Sally's birthday. So she's having a party. And the first thing you need when you've got a party going on is balloons. So I'm going to be cutting out some felt shapes from balloons. Obviously just circles because, you know, that's easier. And I've got some trim that it's just the edge of something. And I'm thinking that would be like quite a cool banner we can put up that says happy birthday. What do you think? I'm thinking I might be able to stitch happy birthday along it. I was going to do little triangles, but I think that's just like far too ambitious. So we might have a go at just doing some writing on there. Also, I want to put some cake because obviously it's not a birthday without cake. These are the little cakes on here. And I did get a tip from Trisha who said to stitch these onto another piece of paper, another piece of fabric, and then cut them out. So we're going to do that. And I think we'll do that first. We'll move the page over. Oh, there's just bits everywhere. So, yeah, I think these little cakes will look lovely on a little cake stand. And you'll have seen the beginning. You'll have seen like what I've actually come up with. The idea in my head is balloons and a cake stand with cakes on and the banner going across the top. You know, all that is in my head. Whether I can actually pull it off, I don't know. So we're going to see. We are going to have a look and see if we can actually pull off my idea. Because you know what it's like when you think, I can do that. That'll be good. And it doesn't look anything like what you actually thought you were going to do. What I need is just some white cotton. Have I got any left? Oh, I've got a little tiny bit. So I'll show you what I'm going to do, and then I'll just repeat it with the other two off camera because, you know, it's just repeating. So I'll do one of the little ones. Now, Trisha, let me know if this is right or wrong, but I think this is what you meant, because she added a lovely comment on the end of the bunny one from a couple of weeks ago. A month ago. God, it's a month ago since Easter, guys. Can you believe that? How fast this year is going. It's crazy fast. Oh, there's a surprise. This is why I keep my threader out, because this happens to me all the time. If you watch my channels, I usually cut this bit out because it happens so often during the videos. So often. So, yeah, let me know, Trisha. Is this what you meant? Because if this works, I'm going to be super impressed with myself. Actually remembering who told me as well, because sometimes I forget. So we're going to go up and just stitch this down onto some backing fabric. And it is very, very thin. It's just like a really thin cotton. So this will give it a bit of something, a bit of oomph. And now we're tangled up. Cotton does fray beautifully, but sometimes when you're working with it, you don't want it to fray while you're actually stitching. So I'm just going to go all the way around the outside and leave myself a little bit of wiggle room. I'm not worried if, you know, you can see my stitches when I've finished. Or there's a little bit of white around my cakes. This is Wonky stitching. And we like a bit of wonky. We don't want to be perfect. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, being perfect is very overrated, I find. Oh, is that... there we go. We are done. So that is what I think I'm supposed to do. Very beginner friendly, my videos. Nothing complicated. Right, so I'm going to get my little scissors. And I am just going to cut it so I've got less fabric faffing about. And I'm going to do the same with them if this works. So all I'm going to do now is cut around my shape. I hope this is right. Otherwise I'm just stitching round twice. Which could be a possibility anyway. Ooh, round we go. Up and over the heart at the top. So there we go. I think that looks really cool. Because when you're trying to stitch this really, really fine cotton, it does sometimes get a bit frayed as you're stitching it. So what I thought was, I quite like this to bend, but I'm not sure it's going to bend. You know, we might have it just going like diagonally across. Depends if I can squeeze happy birthday in writing along there. I think Stacey shared a photo on the Facebook group where she'd done a whole quote in little writing. And I thought, oh, I want to do some. So if you want to have a look, head over to Facebook. I'll leave the link in the description box below. And you can become a member of my little Facebook group. Share your pictures of Sally's, your Sally and her adventures. They don't need to be the same as mine. They can be, or you can make up your own adventures. It's all very relaxed and friendly. We don't stress. Just chill and do some stitching. And she did a lovely quote. So, and thank you, Stacey, for sharing your pictures. They are really cute. She did a fabulous tree for the garden, which was, just go over and have a look. You do have to answer some questions, and I may have to change the questions. Well, one of the questions now, so after recent events, which you will know by now. I couldn't face putting the video up for a little while, so because she was in other videos. So, yeah. We're not going to dwell. We're not dwelling. I think this looks more like hieroglyphics than happy birthday. This is way tiny. Oh, how do I do a circle? Oh my goodness, I don't know. Right, I've got to try and do a little semicircle. So this might be 3 little bits. Right, and I'm going to just do a little back stitch. Very, very little. I'm hopefully zoomed in. I'm trying to remember to zoom in so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh no, there's 2 P's, isn't there? Let's see if this looks anything like a P. Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Maybe I'll see if I can make this one a bit taller. Because I'm not worried if it gets bigger and smaller, you know. It's all good. I know what it says. But I thought, oh, I want to do some writing. And I did have this printed out, which I was going to use. And then when I saw Stacey's picture, I thought, oh no, I want to try that. Oh my goodness, this is a really big one. Hang on. This may be too big. I might run out of room. I might not be able to fit birthday. I should have measured, shouldn't I? Oops. I'm going right. Come up the right way, Carol. Happy P. So it goes that way. So if I do a big one down here, I might be able to fit it on. If I don't get too big, it'll be fine. Up. Yep, oh, that's it. Oh my goodness. Well, it sort of looks like happy. Right, I'm going to leave a bit of a gap. And we're going to try birthday. Oh my goodness, two. I've got to do now. Oh, come on. Not coming through. I should do different colours, but I think that's like way a lot of effort. Way a lot of effort changing colours. So we're staying with the same colour. Right, and just hold it tight. This is where you need to be on a hoop. Right, let's see how we can do birthday. B. Hopefully I'll spell it right. So what I think I'll do first is just do these across bits. And then hopefully just join them up. Maybe I'll do little triangles. It's very tiny, guys. It's really tricky. And we're going to go up there. Up there. Whoop. Nope. I'm trying to come up in the middle. Nope. Aha! Gotcha. I think triangles are the way to go. Happy. Oh, this should be a nice easy one. I. And there's too many circle bits. We're nearly there. Well, we're not nearly there. I'm just saying that to make you feel better. Right, I think I'm going to do another triangle. I don't think I can go round. Up in the middle there ish. Back up in the middle. Oh, okay, that'll do. Wherever I was, either or. Obviously, I have no idea where the needle's going. T should be pretty easy to do. The straight ones are easy. And the balloons should be nice and easy. We're just doing the tricky bits first. I am going to run out of cotton, aren't I? Ta-da. Oh. I'm trying to think when this video goes up. Oh, here we go. Whether I've been away or whether I'm away actually this weekend. I can't work out when this video goes up. Let me have a look, because obviously I've got my planner here. Sally's birthday, 28th. Oh, I'll have been away. We'd have been and done our canoeing, so I could have told you all about it, but I'm recording it in front. Pre-recording it before I go, because I'm not going to have time while I'm away. I always think I'm going to take my stitching and do some, and I take my stitching and we never have time. We just, you know, especially this one, because this is the canoeing for 2 days in Dartmouth out on the river. So that's going to be quite tiring. So when we come back, it'll be cup of tea, bed before we do it again the next day. I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it's a bit warmer now than what it was. I hope that it's warmer then, or it was warmer. It's very tricky sometimes, this videoing ahead. And this is a new thing. I keep like the odd lengths now. You know when you've done yourself a project and you've got like the odd ones left. I'm putting them all in this jar. So I don't just peel another length off my embroidery. I told you I'm very, very frugal. I do like to get my money's worth. Come on. Except I've just tied a big knot in that one, I think. There we go. And then that just goes back in till next time. So really cute idea. I can't remember where I saw it. Sorry. I did see it somewhere, but I can't remember where. I thought it was an excellent idea. So feel free to use the idea. It's a great way to store, you know, the bits that you've got left over. Obviously I do use up the ones on my needles from project to project. Right, so I'm going to try and do a circle. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. I'm trying to get the right sort of angle to do this for the camera, and it's not easy. It's like, oh, come on. No, I want like a D. We're on B-I-R-T-H. Yep, we are on the D. I can spell. I can. So we're going to come over to there. I think my H needs sorting out at the beginning as well. So there's my D. It's a bit wibbly wobbly wonky, but do you know what? We're fine, aren't we? I'm going to do some pages in my Just Because books, I think, this afternoon. Once I've done a flip through of my Alice journal that is now pretty much finished. Yeah, I just feel like doing some random stitching with no plan. Sally's Adventures is my planning one. Oh, plan, you know. Have a vague idea and see if you can transfer it to the page. That's my plan. And I do get out some bits ready to use because, you know, otherwise you're going to be sitting there watching me ferret around in all my scraps. Right, I've got to work out which way the Y goes. Did I do it backwards there? It goes like that, doesn't it? Yeah, I did do it backwards. Start at the bottom here. And we'll go up to there. And then we'll go back to there. That's a bit better, I think. That's the right way round. Maybe one of Sally's friends can't spell. Happy birthday. And do you know what? I might be able to just stitch that. Because could have stitched it down. Do you think I could fit Sally? S-A, no, I can't fit Sally on. Right, I'm going to finish it off. I'm liking it. It's a shame I didn't get in the centre, but you know. Let's do the balloons, because that looks like it's going to be fun. So we'll have sort of ovally shapes, aren't they? Like that. And I've just got out some scraps of felt. I just thought they'd be easier. I don't have that many solid colours of Oh no, they have to have a little point like that. That looks more like a balloon, Carol. Let's just take off some of that. Oops. Oops. You can see what sort of mood I'm in today, can't you? Whoops, mood. There's no sharp corners on balloons, Carol. Right, there's one, there's two. Right, I've got like 4 colours. Might be enough. We'll see. I can always add some more. I'm just wondering what else I can put on. I don't seem to have a lot. Let's have a little bit of blue. Because, you know, balloons are all sorts of pretty colours. I know you can get really fancy ones, but we don't have really fancy ones. We're just having these. Now, they look like balloons to me. I'll move them out the way. Okay. So I think I could have these like this. Maybe. Cover up where I didn't go to the edge. Maybe in a bunch like this. I could do another bunch over here eventually. And we're just going to stitch them down just quickly. And I'll use the same blue. And we'll just do it as they happen. So don't cover up your at least round the right way one. There we go. I don't need to be too close to the edge because obviously that's going to get stitched. And we're just going to do an over the edge stitch. Over stitch, where you go down and then come back up like that. All very simple stitches. So yeah, very excited about going away. This is the second time we've been away in the new van. And hopefully I'll remember to take some photos this time. I don't know how many photos I'll get of us kayaking, canoeing. It's one of the two. I'm not quite sure. I didn't book it. I'm just going. But I'm hopefully going to take my GoPro, which is I've got a waterproof cover for, so hopefully I'll be able to take that and get some footage. But that would be on my other channel. I'm not going to confuse everything by putting that sort of thing up on here. That will be over at Recrafted by Carol. So I'll let you know when it's up. And then if you want to go and have a look and see what I got up to, you know, just be over there. I quite like that. Okay, so just little stitches. And really this is just practicing stitches. There's no big drama with this. Just because books you can be as wonky as you like. In this you can be as wonky as you like. And it's sort of like doing a sampler book and trying out stitches. That's what I sort of look at. So got some of this. This is left over for, I think, from doing this one. So I'll put this one on. Exactly the same. we go. Sorry, I've gone very quiet. I think what I'll do is I'll finish the other two off. In fact, I'll finish these off and then I'll pop back because I'm just repeating myself. And you've seen this bit. Slightly later than planned, in fact the next day, and we're finally going to finish this page off. Of course it will be like no time at all for you. And what I want to do is I want to make some strings for my balloons because they look a bit odd, and I think the best way to do it is just a little stem stitch coming down. And we know how to do the stem stitch. We just hold our loop to one side. I am back to front at the minute, so just push that over. Please excuse this state of my hands. I have been cleaning. Cleaning. It's getting towards spring. and I need to clean. So yeah. The windows are looking a bit grubby, and you know what it's like. You start off wearing your rubber gloves and then you just sort of, oh, and I've washed my car as well as the caravan again. It's pretty clean now. I think it's ready. She's ready to go. But yeah, I think I'm just about cleaned out, so I thought I'll just treat myself and sit down and do a bit of stitching. Finish this video. And yeah, quite glad for the sit down, to be honest. But you know, you can't just sit. You've got to have something to do. So, bit of stitching. Bit of collage. Ooh. Even better. Fabric and collage. So I'm just going to come all the way down. And what I should have done is gone up. I realise now. I've got to the bottom. Oh, come on. What have I done? There we go. What we can do is we can just go up this way, because they're going to be quite close together. So stem stitch, as long as you keep your loop on the same side, will always look like a bit of a rope. And we like this stitch, don't we? It's really good for doing letters. I could have tried and done it with my letters. Oh, sometimes. What have I done? Yep. No, yeah, I have, haven't I? That's because I've suddenly had that realisation that what I should have done was try to do that in stem stitch. But, you know, we always come unthreaded at some point or other. Get me handy dandy needle threader. I've got to buy some more. They don't last very long, do they? Or is that just me? I don't think they last very long. The metal ones are good, but then they're too thick to go through my needles. And just do this all the way up. And I should have had a cup of tea before I sat down, so I'm quite thirsty. But, you know, we'll get there. So I've been thinking about my cake stand, and I think it's going to be out of my level of stitching. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of try and make a table and put the cakes on. You know, you get the general idea. It's a party. But I did find some trim with some music notes on. So, you know, got to have music at a party. So I'm going to stitch them on as well. And I think we are all set, if I can get that lot on. I've done it again, guys. You didn't stop me. You just watch me. mess it up again. Right. Now I've made 2 mistakes. I think what I'll do is I'll finish this so I don't bore you to tears. And then we'll come back and make a little table and put the cakes on. I think that might be a good idea. And I'll try and shorten the video somehow, because I think it's going to be quite a long one. But, you know, there's a lot to stitch. Yeah, my next plan is to get out in the garden. So I need to get going in my garden as well. There's so many weeds. I gravelled my back garden because I had such a tiny piece of lawn, and it was such an effort just cutting the grass that I just got rid of it all. But it's like I put down really good quality backing, and I've put about 4 tons of gravel on, and the weeds are still coming through. So I don't know. I'm going to try and pick them all out by hand and see if that makes any difference. Right, I'm going to go down, and then I think what I'll do is I'll come up here, as if that one's going to there. And I'm hoping this is going to look like a big bunch of balloons. What do you think? Do you think it is? I think it might. I think it might. Oh, over that side. And one of the strings is hidden because I'm not... Oh, my goodness me. Carol, concentrate. Okay, right. I give up. I'm going to do this and come back, guys, because I keep messing up. And that's no fun. 5 minutes of me rethreading needles. Not going to be very entertaining, is it? Of course, I know you like the oops. But, you know, there's a few too many for my liking in this video now. And we haven't even finished it yet. So we're going to come down and I'm going to finish it off around here. It's just going to join like that. That's not even very good stem stitching. I don't know what's the matter with me today. Maybe I shouldn't have done my stitching, but I wanted to. And you know what? If it's a bit wonky, we don't mind. I really don't mind. Okay, it's a bit wonky, but that's the general idea. And I found this. How cute is this? It came off one of my daughter's birthday cards, and I thought I could just pin that on when I'm finished. Right, so this is the music I found, which I think is pretty awesome. So I'm going to cut this end off like that. And I want to put this on somewhere. Oh, maybe I won't use that one. It's a bit crinkled. Let's use this one. And I want to just cut it out a little bit. Just to make it, you know, just get rid of some of these bits here. It's like a ribbon. And I think we can put this on somewhere. So that's going with the cakes. So, table. I've got some lace, but that looks a bit lost. So what I'm going to back it with is maybe a bit of fabric, maybe yellow. Maybe that can be the table. And we can have like a lace tablecloth on it. Something like that. What do you think? I quite like that. It needs to be straight. Because you don't have crooked tables. And I'm just going to have it off the edge. I don't want a massive big table. Like that. And then we'll have this, which is very creased for some reason. Everything's creased. I never iron anything. I don't even iron my clothes. I just sort of wash them and hang them. So that's going to be our table. So of course it needs some legs. Something. Let's have a look. Got a little jar of bits and pieces. You know, crinkly Sarah ribbon. Oh, what about some of this? Could we use that for legs? Oh, I don't see why not. Let's cut some of this. I've got jars and things for everything. It's all separated up. Right, so I'm going to take that off. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make only 2 legs. 2 big legs. We may have to make little legs for the back. And we're going to couch them on. How about that? So I think I've got a thinner bit. I have actually pre-threaded everything, as usual. Because, you know, I do try and, you know, be mindful of your time, guys. Right, let's see if we can make this work. So I reckon about there. So let's couch this on as a table leg. Just for a bit of giggle. Just for a giggle. See if I can do it without unthreading my needle. No, because you've just looped it, Carol. You dope. This is like doing the last thing, isn't it? Now to try and get it on there. Right. Go. Yes. I hope you're catching this, because this is super difficult. Very tricky. Somebody's going to give me some brilliant idea about what I could have done. I could have done more stem stitching, but you know, we've just done that. Let's do something different. Let's have another play with something else. Now, I think that what I need is a smaller leg. Is that smaller? I'll probably cut it the same size. Okay, so maybe that's, no, let's just cut it. Let's just do one at a time. Because that would be at the back. Perspective. Or something. Well, I wish you luck. If you decide to do a birthday party or something, I would love to see your ideas. Because I thought it'd be quite a cool and interesting one to do. And I've struggled a bit with this one, to be honest. I sort of had so many ideas and then I didn't know what to do. And I sort of knew I wanted some cakes and some balloons and, you know, a banner. And I was like, well, I don't know what else to do. And it all looked a bit bare. So I'll be very interested to see who comes up with what sort of ideas for this one, because, as I said, I struggled. Guys. Don't mind them bitten it. You know, they can't all be easy. The beach one was so easy, but that's just my thing. You know, I like beaches. Right, let's put the other 2 legs on. See if we can get them the same size. Oh yeah, we can. Right, so there. Oops. Come on, cut. And a chunkier one from the other end of the string, just like that. So I'm going to quickly pop these on. How big is my table? Sort of that big. Okay, so sort of there. Oh, roughly. I'm going to come up. I'm going to do the same. Right, try not to loop it this time. Okay, Here we go. Couch it on. I think that's going to look cool. There we go. There's a table with a little lace top on it. Now, I think I can just stitch that down. I had some yellow. There it is. This is all what's left over from doing that. So I've got plenty. I'm just going to do a running stitch around the outside. And I probably would be able to keep this on. I think definitely I should have done a Just Because book today. not tried to do this precise one. It's wonky, but it's precise wonky. And it's like just pure imagination. And I thought, oh, I can do some of that today. Just goes to show. I think it will be fine in the end. Things nearly always work out, don't they, in the end? It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. You know, you've made a mistake. So what? It's only a few scraps. And who will know? Just 980 of you. Nearly 1,000, guys. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're nearly on 1,000 subscribers? Do you know what it means when we get to 1,000? It does mean that we can do lives, I think. I just think that would be quite awesome. I didn't do them on my other channel. But I feel like stitching is something we can all do sort of together. So yeah, I'm gonna look into it because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the things I can do when I get to 1,000 subscribers. There's like levels when you do YouTube. Some of you will know. Some of you know how YouTube works. Okay, so we're going to start this end because we want to make sure that we don't go off the edge. And I'm just going to go round it. Guess what? A running stitch. This is ribbon, so I just have to be a bit careful. I don't want to go right near to the edge. But I think it will stay on. And hopefully I won't have any big loops. But it's going to be stitched down, so I'm not that bothered. If I was making this for somebody, I'd have undone it all and redid it. But this is just for me. Oh. And just for fun. So right, I'm going to quickly stitch around this because I think this video is just going to go on and on and on. And I want to do my cakes. So we're just going to get this on. Okay, so it was a bit tough and I've had to go over one of the balloons. In hindsight, I should have put that on first and then the balloons, but you know, that didn't happen. That didn't happen, did it? Okay, right, I'm going to try and cut out some plates. Don't worry, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to. So that's a bit big. So I'm thinking that's a sort of plate shape. And maybe a flat at the bottom because it's got to be on the table. Something like that. Not really a plate. It's just don't know what it is. I'm just going to cut out some shapes and then we'll fiddle with them until we can make them look like something. It's all just play, isn't it? Right, so this is what I'm sort of going for, that. But now my cakes are miles too big, so we're going to have to cover that up again. Or do we come further down? And then we can sort of put the cakes on like this. See my plan? This is the plan. Like that. On the plate. Oh, that's never going to fit. On the plate, and then a big one at the top. Something like that. I don't know. I thought these were really tiny, and they're not. They're huge now. It's very out of proportion, isn't it? Right, so what we need is to stitch all that down and put something up the middle. That's the plan. Right, so does that look better? It looks like a boat. I'm having a boat on my table. Okay, I'm just going to do a little stitch across because I don't know what else to do. This will be the pattern on the plate. But I'm going to do little tiny stitches so you can hardly see it. Oh, it's fun, but you know. Let's do that. And then maybe we'll stitch the cake on. Let's just tie that off. Let's stitch one of the little cakes on like that. Making this up as I go along, guys. Can you tell? Can you tell? I bet you can. Right. So, yeah, we're just going to go round the cake and just loosely stitch it on because it's got a few stitches in this already. Doesn't need a lot. And we'll just go. I might just come up where the heart is at the top in my pink and pin that down like that and come back down there. It's not going anywhere. Okay, tie that off. I'm just stretching it across, but I am doing a little knot. Okay, next level, sort of there. This is going to be really wonky. Okay, we're going to go across. We're going to turn upside down because a cowl can only stitch one way. It's like a train wreck. A train wreck. You've got to have one page in your book that you're not very happy with, I think. And I'm not going to start again. There's no fun in starting again, is there? Right, next cake. I think I'll just put 2 cakes on the bottom because I think that's going to go way too high. We're just going to have 2 layers. We'll have 2 cakes up here. We'll have both of these, shall we? Or we could have that one down there. Yeah, we're just doing that because I think 3 is pushing it. Pushing it. It is. Pushing my my stitching skills to the max. There we go. Let's just go round this one. I want to see my music. I've already covered up my balloons. I want to cover up all my music as well. Okay. There we go. And I think what I can do is do a little knot there and stitch on this last flower. I was going to do 3 layers, but I'm not now. I'm going to put this one on here. And if I start at the top, I don't need to stretch my cotton. And round we go. Whew. Marathon. It's been a marathon. I do have one more thing to show you. So bear with me and I'll just finish this and I'll show you, because obviously it's Sally's birthday. So she has gone out and bought a new dress. Oh, you know. She's got a lovely new dress and she's going to show you in a moment. And she's going to keep this one on because her old one was a bit tatty. And this one's very pretty. And I'm going to quickly show you how I made it as well. But very quick. It's not... I'm not going to do a whole Sally. I'm just going to show you how I made the little new dress for her. It's very simple. I'm sure that you can make them. Probably better than I can. So... Right, so I am leaving that like that. That's going on my page. So, Sally, where are you? Up here. Doopy-doo. Here she comes, dancing to the music in her new dress. What do you think? Doesn't she look pretty? I think she looks pretty. And all I did was I got this very, very thin old vintage sheet. Well, it's probably just old, probably not vintage. And I sort of measured her old one, which was approximately about that big, like that, and it was like a rectangle. Now what I'm going to need is a little bit more of that kit cotton. Where did I have it? Oh, that's all right, that's some new stuff, that'll be fine. And to make her little dress, all I did was fold the top like this, like concertinaed. This is how the old one was. So I just copied the pattern of the old one. So if you are taking an old dress off, then you can just use it as like a pattern, like I did. But what I also did was I just quickly stitched the very top to keep it all together. While, oh, have I not got a knot on the end of this one? Don't pull so hard, Carol. I have got a knot. And I just put a couple of stitches in it because I tried to make it without and just glue it straight on. And it didn't work because it just kept falling off. All the pieces, all the folds just kept coming undone. So I just put some stitches in it. So let's just tie that off. Got another dress now. She's going to have a little wardrobe of dresses. No. Don't even go there, guys. Don't go there. I'm not very good at this tiny stuff. So then all I did was, that was the basic dress, and I just folded it round like that and joined the back like that. Just gently. And that's how it turned out. So I'll show you the back of Sally. She's a bit of a mess at the back because that's, oh, one bit didn't get folded. The other bit, her legs are attached to, like that. And I just glued it to the back of her head like the old one was. But she looks pretty from the front. So that is how I made her new dress. So you can just fold it however you want, you know, like that. That's how I made Candy's dress as well. Where's Candy? Here she is. That's how I made this one as well. So she just folded it up. So they are going to have a little bit of a dance and a little bit of a party. Okay, girls, it's party time. We're going to stick that on when we do the page. We'll pop it on up here somewhere. Phew, I think we're finished. So that's the finished page. I like it now. It was a bit of a struggle, I've got to admit. But I'm quite happy with how it's turned out now. Thank you so much for joining me and for sticking with me, guys, through all the tribulations. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.